Hi, it's Mrs. Malfetta. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of ThinkCentral. Once you've signed in, this is what your screen should look like. Just remember one thing, I'm doing this on a desktop computer. You're looking at it from an iPad viewpoint. So you have three things to do, my library, and my scores. So let's go to things to do first. So once I select that, all of my assignments will be listed. So let's just take a look. You would click on chapter 10, and I don't know why, but you have to do it 2 times. The instructions are very similar to the NWEA. You will hit start, and in the personal math trainer, you have, this is your homework, and you could see you have a number of questions. You can even look at whichever question you want, move on. The best part is all of these tabs on the right-hand side. You can look at an example. You can do it step by step. It will take you one step at a time. You can also look at the textbook if you wanted to look at an answer. Some of you may even have your textbooks at home. You can also print this out, but I wouldn't recommend that. All right. When you're done with all the questions, you would turn it in. Suppose you want to take a break and have some cookies. You'll go to save and close and come back to that at another time. Now, let's go back to this screen. And so pretty easy thing to do on things to do because you guys are very tech savvy. So let's go to my scores. So now this student took the chapter 10 mid-chapter checkpoint the other day. He did very well. All right, again, clicking it twice, not sure why. Here's his test results to help him to study. So as we can see, he did really well. On number 6, he got 1 out of 2 points or partial credit. Let's take a look. Now, you could read the standards, but I don't really recommend that. You really want to get to the heart of the matter. Go to view question. Now, in this view, you will see the correct response. And if you scroll down, you'll see what your response is. So let's look at those students' response. The following polygon has 1 pair of parallel sides. Yes, it does. 1 pair of parallel sides. He said it has 1 pair of sides equal in length. Well, as I look at it, I don't see any pairs that are equal in length. So I think that's where he made his mistake. It has 0 pairs of sides equal in length, and it definitely doesn't have a right angle. He was quite right. It is a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. It is a trapezoid because it has 1 pair of parallel sides. Definitely not a square rectangle. I know a rhombus has 4 equal sides, so it's not a rhombus. A parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel sides. So he got partial credit. Let's close this up. Again, he can go to the other question, view the question, and again, he'll see the correct response and his response. Select the figure that matches the description, intersecting lines that are not perpendicular. Well, I know those don't even intersect. I know those form right angles, so that's perpendicular. These sides intersect, but are not perpendicular. So, probably just chose too quickly. These are perpendicular lines, so I'm going to close. Now, I'm going to go back to my library because a lot of people don't use the great tools that are in there. First thing I want to show you is the iTools, iTools Intermediate. Now, if you look here, there's all kinds of fun things. We're doing geometry currently. Doesn't want to let me in. It's a little slow today. There we go. I'll bet you guys are having the same problems at home. So I want to go to geometry, and then I want to go, there's also other subjects in case you want to look at them, but we're just doing geometry right now. Here's some activities. Well, I know that we've been working on plane figures, not the airplane. Plane means that they're one-dimensional. flat. Okay, so here I could do different activities, sides and vertices, symmetry, transformations. Congruent just means equal. All right, are they similar? I can also go to draw, which is like one of my favorites. So I'm going to draw a ray, and I will plop one down, and look at that. I drew a ray. I want to draw parallel lines. I click, put my points down, and look, it drew another one. So this is a fabulous, fabulous tool that most people don't use. Let's go back to our view of our library. The student edition is just your actual chapter books. The interactive student edition is what you should be accessing every day. If we went down to chapter 10, we could see that all of the lessons each have a little video. So let's just take a quick look at symmetry, and it's loading, and there's that fox. How do you find lines of symmetry?
How do you find lines of symmetry?
You would hit start, and the lesson is interactive. So hopefully you guys are going to.
It looks like workers just.
Let's go on back to our library. We also have Math on the Spot video tutorials, which is a little bit different. Go to grade 4, chapter 10. So let's take a look at the line symmetry. And you can, oh, there we go. So here's just a different way of learning about that subject. Now, let's go back. There's a e-glossary, especially in geometry. It's really important to know the vocabulary. So what if I didn't know what a straight angle was? I could go to S, select S, and then I'm going to go to straight angle. Voila. Oh, that's what a straight angle is. So the glossary is also really important. As you can see, this student has other grades in here, student ebooks. Everybody's looks different. Depends on if their other books were deleted. So there you have it. We've looked at my library, my scores, things to do. I hope this helps.